Hey everybody, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how do you choose a new product to sell on Amazon or a new product line, a new niche, something new that you've never done before. So let us dive right in. So one of the things that's hard, I think, as an entrepreneur is that you have to find things that are great ideas, but they also have to be great ideas for you. So what might work for one person's life and business plan and just how they live their lives might not work for another. And so there's not just like one idea and it's good for everybody. There's different ideas that are good for different people and different businesses. So I'm going to go through some common considerations when you're launching a new product on Amazon before you even buy one thing. The first thing is this list of considerations, it's valid for any sourcing method. So if you're private label, manufacturing your own products, if you are using wholesale or arbitrage to create product bundles and then branding them under your own brand name, if you are doing some mix of that, anything where you're bringing something new to the platform. If you're working with, like, say you're working with a company and they want you to bring their products, this works for all of it. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you some things to consider. So the first thing is you always want to look and see if Amazon is selling the same thing under their own brand. So Amazon has a number of private label brands. One of them is Amazon Essentials. One of them is called Solimo, and they have a lot of like supplements under that brand. They have Happy Belly foods. And so it's not always just called Amazon. So you want to look and see, is Amazon selling the same product under one of their private label brands? And if so, you really might honestly want to just not sell that. It's really hard to compete directly against Amazon. So there's tons of fish in the sea and tons of products to sell. Now, if you are going to compete against Amazon, you should just go in with your eyes wide open and know that you're doing that. There are companies that do it successfully. So it's not impossible. It's just challenging. Okay, so that's number one is, are you competing with Amazon? Number two, are there regulatory or legal hurdles in the category that you want to create your product in? So for example, are you coming up with a new baby safety item? Are you coming out with a supplement or something people eat or ingest? There are regulatory issues with all of those categories. If you're coming out with anything that is really going to either people ingest or put in their skin or that they use for safety or for kids, there's rules about how you can sell that stuff. And sometimes sellers get a little short-sighted, they get a little frustrated by all the rules, but the fact is that these rules are there to protect consumers, to make sure we all stay safe so that we can take vitamins and not worry that we're going to keel over and die. So it's an important process. So some people see those obstacles and they think, great, the more obstacles, the better. Now I can be the one person that's selling this supplement and I can kill it. Not kill anybody, but kill the product. Other people see those obstacles and say, you know what, I'm not going to go through the regulatory hurdles to get approval for this. So I need to go look and sell something else. So certain things like California Prop 65, all the rules and regulations regarding the safety of products, you can look, there's a federal website called the Consumer Safety Product CPSCIA or something like that. I can put a link to it, and I'll look in the description. There's going to be a link. And that actually has like a robot. You can go through and say what you want to manufacture, and it'll tell you what the rules are. So just know those going in. Make sure you are comfortable with them. If your products need to be batch tested in China, make sure you know how to do that before you buy them. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is, how quickly can you source and launch this product? And does that work for you? So sometimes if you have a new product idea, it might take you a year easy from your idea to getting samples, to finding a manufacturer, to actually producing enough of them to sell even one. Some people, I've seen people, because they had to get patenting and other things like that, it took 2 or 3 years before they ever had one thing that they could sell. That works for some businesses. If this is your dream and this is your company and you're building a sellable asset, then go for it. But no going in, if you're frustrated after 3 months because you haven't made any money, well, you'll know, oh, that's just silly because I know it takes me at least 2 years. Now, if you aren't the person for that type of business, if that's not going to work for you, then you know there's certain kinds of products you can't produce. You just can't sell them. So when you look at your product, learn about how it's made, where it's made, what country it's made in, how long shipping takes, and all that stuff. And a lot of that stuff can be found on Google. A lot of that stuff can be found just by asking questions either of other people in the business or just reaching out to suppliers and saying, hey, I would like to order this, or I'm thinking about ordering this. What's your process? Don't be afraid to ask quote unquote stupid questions. It's always better to ask questions, learn that good information up front than to not really understand the full process before you go in. Also understand, all the steps in the process and how long each step takes. If you need it to be independently lab tested, is that going to take a month or 6 months or 2 days? And now, of course, all this stuff is subject to change, but you want to go in and have an idea of the range before you even start. And does the scaling of the product work for you? So can you order 100 units and then if they sell, order more? Or do you have to start off with 2,000 right off the bat? Can you order something and just have it made? Or do you need to have patterns or designs or molds made? So all of these things will control how long it takes, but also your investment initially and over time. So if you can source something that you can get 100 of, maybe domestically, obviously that's going to be a lot lower initial investment, but it's probably easier to copy. So there's always like pros and cons to every situation. But understand how the business scales so that you can understand your initial investment and you can understand what will be required for you to grow the business. If it grows, what will be required if it doesn't grow, and just kind of understand that as much as you can before you ever go into it. Because again, it's okay to keep looking to find the right fit for your personality. Now, keep in mind that usually the things that start with a lower investment and that have a shorter time, they're easier to do. And so there's going to be a lot more competition. So you do need to find like a balance between, kind of low startup costs and being able to actually be successful in the business. So make sure you just keep that in mind. If it's easy for you to execute, it's easy for a million other people to do as well. Doesn't mean you can't be successful at it. It's just another factor to consider. So these are what I would consider my top 4 factors for thinking of a brand new product line that you've never sold before. What are the big picture issues? What are your big picture issues? Have I missed any that you think are really important? Or is there one that I talked about that you're like, yes, that was the thing for me? I definitely want to hear about in the comments below. And I think that new product development is really exciting. Whether you're doing bundles or having something custom manufactured, these are similar product development considerations for everybody. All right, you guys, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. I come out with weekly educational videos related to selling on Amazon every week. And my company, we provide consulting services to brands trying to sell on Amazon and sellers trying to pivot their businesses. I'm here to connect with you guys. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn or on Facebook or whatever. I'm all over social media. So please connect and let me know if I can help you with your business. All right. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.